Welcome to this video. This is a presentation of the Treasury Forecast and Cash Flow Management app. My name is Giacomo Grasso. You see it below. This is my LinkedIn profile, and you also have some useful links. Check what we do. We do training, consultancy, and so many other things. So the Treasury app, we have already 25 clients on this. Using this, it's useful for first understanding how much money do we have in a certain moment, and then checking the past, of course, and then plan the future. So adding invoices, draft invoices, purchase and sale order, and any other account moves to our current saldo balance. Finally, we will be able, with this module, to move these documents up and down in the future so that we can actually optimize our cash flow. Let's see how it works. We have a treasury menu. It's quite simple. We have a periodic treasury planning. This is an example of the month of February. Each period starts with an initial balance and has a final balance. And we have a periodic saldo. Basically, what we do with this scheme, we just add up all the information coming from accounting or other flows, for example, sales and purchase, to have a clear view of all the information. So we have receivables, payables, sales, purchase, and cost of revenues. In this case, you see we can have real bank moves or forecast bank moves. So we can really do a lot of things. What we can do is create a default of our monthly income and expenses and add this information to our new month. So if you see we have a generic month, we have a different lines. This is just a few lines, but it should be enough. So we can add recurrent costs and revenues. You see with setting the date, the partner, the amount. And then by clicking here, we can add these lines recurrently to our forecast. You see here, I did another example. So some lines are repeated, but the idea is that then we can do a lot of things. We will make some better videos with details, how it works. You see, we can cancel the lines, move them across banks. We can do a lot of things. So yeah, as a just last point, what we can also do, for example, here, if we want to improve our cash flow, we can move our documents. For example, this is a purchase order. We can move it, for example, to March. So we can postpone a cash out or anticipate a cash in. We can move all this documentation in order to have a better cash flow in our following months. So this is one basic features. The other one is the bank planning. So we go here to compute the bank balances, and we can start from today. We can click on compute, and we have a table where you see all our banks. We have 4 banks with different currencies, and then we have and then we know how much money we have in this moment. We can move some dates, so we can go to the past. There are about 1,000 lines for the month of January. And you see that our statement lines are summed up by day and grouped by day in this case. So we have for each day, we have the cash in and cash out and the total we have in the bank. So it's quite good because we have a quite overview of what happened and what will happen in the future. To see the future, okay, sorry, I forgot, we can still also have a chart view. So if we add the chart and we click on compute, we have a nice graph, okay, graph visualization of the data. So it's quite useful. This is a bokeh chart, so you can save it, you can scroll, you can zoom in, zoom out, you can do several things. You also have some additional data if you move along the lines. Okay, you see you have the results for each bank. Okay, so this is one. And then what we can do is look at the, okay, sorry, I forgot. We can still look at the detail balance. So if we click on detail balance and we compute, we will see the same, very similar view. But if we click on the lines, we will be able to see all the details, okay, of that specific day. So we can go into details and understand it better. We can also have a nice export table button. So all the information here are exported in Excel, so we can work on them. And then finally, the most interesting things is that we can forecast, so plan the future by adding, you see here, some information to our planning. So, for example, We can add some forecast lines. These are general forecast lines, kind of bank lines for forecast. We can add account moves. We can add draft invoices, sale order, and purchase order. Okay, so adding these documents, we can really improve our look into our cash flow planning for the future. Okay, we just click on it. Let's see if it works. Okay, and at the end, if we go down here, we will see that in our bank lines, we start to have not some new lines which are as we configured above. We have like purchase order and the forecast lines. We have several documents that we added, and then we should keep. You see, we have another line here. We can actually plan the future, adding these documents to our forecast. So that's what the module does. So if we go into March, for example, we go into March, let's say mid March. If we go below, in March we do not have, of course, a bank line because we don't have real bank moves, but we have a forecast. This is a purchase. This is a purchase invoice, and we have other documents. For example, this is one of the lines, remember, that we added before. So it's just a free line, it's not real accounting information. And so we can have a lot of lines and plan the cash flow for the future. So this is quite useful, and a lot of clients are using it. And you can also, of course, use the chart, to see this information in the future. So these are the main features that these are not realistic data, sorry. There might be some terrific purchase order or purchase invoice. However, this app is very used. People like it, and we think this is something that Odoo does not have currently. So yeah, feel free to buy it. Write to us if you have any questions, and yeah, keep in touch. Thank you very much.